Number one is just totally being organized, staying on track as far as your schedule. What that really means is that if you say at 8 p.m. on a Thursday night, you are going to study, that means that on a Thursday night at 8 p.m., you should be studying. It took me a while to actually follow this rule. Of course, I have 10 million things going on as far as work life, family life, personal life, school life. That being said, if you really do stick on the schedule, when you say when you're going to study and you actually study on that specific day, specific time, I promise you it's gonna be worth it. Number two, get yourself some kind of a calendar visual. For example, what works best for my family is Google Calendars. We have been using it for the last 3 years. My husband, my kids, everything is in there. I mean, doctor's appointment, extracurricular activities, my work schedule, my husband's work schedule, dentist appointment, it's my study schedule, my day off schedule. Anything that you can really actually think of, it's in the Google Calendar. You might not be an electronic person. You might go for the more traditional version rather than the digital version like me. You can print it. There's so many kinds online that you can find, or whatever school you go to or whatever university you attend, they usually have like a class schedule or a class calendar. Visual calendar is definitely important because that's where you're gonna plan when your study time is, when things are due from your classes from your university. Number three, be proactive. I mean, start writing, start your draft, start something. Anything that you can work on in advance, start it. For example, I'm a night nurse and I work 3/12s. I have 4 days off out of the week. For week 1 and week 2, I normally cluster my shifts. So in the beginning of week 1, I work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then I'll have the rest of the week off. Then on week 2, I'll have Thursday, Friday, Saturday shift. So that means I could have at least 6 to 7 days off. And I'll put in about 3 days in a row of study session, and as well as reading session, writing session. Of course, I still have to plan family time. I still have to plan personal time for myself. Again, this is all in my Google Calendar. Numero 4, networking with your peers. Okay, for this to actually work, you have to start at least on day 1. So what I normally do is 2 things. I normally either email all my peers or I post a question in the class cafe if they want to participate in a group study. So I find that texting each other, it doesn't really normally work just because in week 1, people are giving you their phone numbers or whatnot and you're creating a group text. And then on week 2, you have some stragglers that want to join that group. What I find that works best is honestly, either we do a WhatsApp, Google Hangout, or Facebook group. Those are the 3 top things that I normally use, and chances are most of your peers will have those. And if they don't, they can simply just download the app temporarily until the semester is over. You want to communicate with your peers to see if everybody is in the same page, if anybody needs help or confused, or vice versa. If I'm confused and I really don't know what's going on and I'm lost, somebody can guide me, somebody can give me references, talk about the case study together. Number 5, purchase my certification book early. I cannot believe that I am doing this late in my MP program, because back when I was taking my ADN in my nursing program, I actually did this. I saved up enough money to buy a whole 1-year subscription for UWorld. So the big picture is, UWorld was preparing me for the NCLEX, and it was also preparing me for nursing class. For number 6, my favorite, you need to be healthy mentally, physically, emotionally. So make sure you take time off. For example, me, at least 1 day out of 2 weeks, I take either half a day off or the full day. So my addiction is sleeping. I love sleeping, especially if the room is super cold and I have just a cozy warm blankie, no lights, white noise, dark curtains. You know what? I need it. So however you want to unwind, with a wine, outside, sunbathing, relaxing on the beach, you need it. Do not get lost from the pressure. Always remember, it's going to take time to find balance with family life, social life, work life, school life, personal life, and everything else. Whatever works for me doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. It's up to you to find what's the right balance. I answer every single questions that you guys have. Jot them down below in the comment section. Also, if you happen to like this content, just hit the like button. Thank you guys for watching.